Everyone always wants to stay connected these days, at least most of the time. What about when you're on a cruise? Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. With us from WMS Wireless Maritime Services is CEO Pramod Arora. Hi, Pramod.
Hey, Fred.
Great to meet you. Now, cruise travel, I understand, is growing in popularity, and you're in the business of providing connectivity on board. Give us a little background about the company.
WMS, we've been in business since 2004 or 5, over 20 years. And our main business is providing cellular connectivity on cruise ships. We are on over 200 cruise ships, most of the major brands in the world. And we have made some great strides in providing good, affordable, predictable, and seamless cellular connectivity options. So happy to be talking about them today here with you.
So, what about staying connected? What type of advanced planning is needed here?
One thing I would suggest to everyone who's thinking about taking a cruise is don't wait until the day or week of the cruise to start thinking about connectivity. You can plan way ahead, and there are different ways of doing that. We have a website called cellular@sea.com, and you can go in there and within 2 to 3 minutes, providing some basic information, your phone number, your carrier, what you're thinking of doing, it'll tell you the best option for you. We have partnered with some of the major carriers like AT&T and Verizon to launch some really exciting products like cruise day passes that work for a lot of people who have moderate needs of cellular usage. So finding out what your needs are and getting the right option on your line is the best way to start planning your cruise even before you get on the cruise ship. And then the last thing I would say is when you're on the cruise ship, once you have the right plan on your phone, if it's cellular, make sure that your phone is not in airplane mode. That's a popular misconception a lot of cruisers have, that if you want to use Wi-Fi, you have to stay airplane mode. You don't have to do that, especially if you want to use cellular connectivity at some point during your cruise.
Quite a few people, I think, unfortunately, can't get away from work completely. What about those who need to work with laptops and such online?
I'm one of them. I always have my phone on because I have work needs, including emails and browsing and other things. But if you want to use a laptop, again, there are 2 ways you can do that. You can buy a cruise ship Wi-Fi plan, and or if you have a good cellular plan, you can use your phone as a hotspot to connect your laptop too. But there are different options, and that's why I said the first step in planning for that would be to go to our website and just input your needs, moderate usage, heavy usage, and it will tell you what the right option for you. And in some cases, that might be Wi-Fi that you can buy directly from the cruise line. But in other cases, you should be able to get by with a day pass, which is a great value for money, in my opinion.
Of course, many other people just want to continue posting to social media throughout a cruise. I'm sure that's probably maybe number one.
Depending on the demographic, right? So when I go on a cruise with my family, my needs are kind of moderate. I check emails every day. I have to be available to take calls if someone's calling me, to make calls, and a few text messages, go to some websites, browsing, maybe banking or financial transaction. So I find that a cruise day pass is perfect for me. My kids, on the other hand, like you said, they are on social media all the time or heavy video-centric applications like movie streaming. And for them, a cruise ship Wi-Fi might be the best option.
So, how expensive is it to stay connected on a cruise?
So I'll start with cellular. So, we're pretty proud of some of the partnerships we have entered into with carriers such as AT&T and Verizon to make cellular connectivity predictable, affordable, and seamless. So, for example, if you're an AT&T subscriber, you probably know about the day pass, the international day pass that they have today. It costs you $12, and it works in over 200 countries for $8 more per day. So going from 12 to 20, you can extend that connectivity option to cruise ships. So great value for money. If you're a Verizon customer, for $20 incremental cost per day, again, you can continue using your phone as you do normally at home. That's That's a great improvement just in the last few years that we have made working with our partners. So for $20 a day, you don't have to worry about connectivity anymore.
What about internet plans? I assume Starlink and others in this space, are they competitors of yours? And if so, what are your advantages?
So Starlink is not a competitor on cruise ships. So Starlink provides the satellite backhaul that all cruise ships use to take the traffic from the cruise ship back to shore. So for example, take WMS, for example, we provide our network on the cruise ship. So we actually have a cell site, cell tower, if you call it, in the ship. And then we cable the whole ship to propagate that signal. And cruise ships have their own needs. They have a lot of applications on the cruise ship. They have restaurants, they have spas, they have corporate traffic. And because there's no copper or fiber in the ocean, all that traffic is then taken from the ship over a satellite link back to shore to connect to other carriers, to the internet. So satellite is that option, and Starlink provides that option. And Starlink has made great strides in making more satellite capacity available at a better pricing for everybody. So it's been a great catalyst, both for WMS and for cruise ships.
And the service that that they've started to offer on phones, is that competing with you more?
It's not. So that service, and then different providers have that service with different carriers. So Starlink has partnered with one carrier, AT&T has another partner, Verizon has another partner. And the main purpose of those services is to provide option for dead spots. So if you're in a rural area in the U.S., or if you're on a stretch of highway and there's no cell site there, if you're in a national park, in a valley somewhere, for safety purposes, for SOS purposes, it's a gap filler. So there's no, because there's a lot, U.S. is a big country. There are a lot of areas where traditional fiber or copper doesn't reach, and there's no cellular connectivity. So it's a great service for that. It's an add-on service for staying connected in these remote areas, but it's very basic connectivity. When you go on a cruise ship and you have 6,000, 7,000 people on a cruise ship, and it's 11, 12, 13 decks, all made of steel. And so it's not a great option for that, and that's not what they're looking at. So either the cruise ship Wi-Fi or a service through your home carrier in partnership with WMS are the two best options for cruisers.
So any other tips for staying connected?
I'd say plan ahead. There's no cost to doing that. You can put these day passes on your lines today and not cruise for 2 years, and you won't see any charge, because you only get charged when you actually get on a cruise ship and use your phone. So plan ahead. If you want, you can go to your carrier's website, att.com/cruise or verizon.com/cruise, or you can go to cellular.com and just play around and know exactly what your options are, and get going. And that's one less thing you have to worry about. There's a lot going on a cruise ship. You have to think about what you're going to be doing on the ship. You think about what you're going to be doing on the islands and the ports and the countries you visit. This is one thing you can check off on your list of things to do today.
Terrific. That site again is cellular@sea.com. Pramod Arora, thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you, Fred. Nice to be here.